The largest flu vaccination campaign in UK history is already well underway, but it will be dwarfed in comparison to the Covid vaccine rollout. Today, drug makers Pfizer and BioNTech formally requested approval for their 95% effective Covid vaccine in the US. This evening, the government instructed our medicines watchdog to follow suit.
This is another important step forward in tackling this pandemic. If the regulator approves a vaccine, we will be ready to start the vaccination next month, with the bulk of the rollout in the new year.
The Covid jab will be given at 42 vaccination centres, like this one for flu at Ascot Racecourse, but also sports arenas like Derby Velodrome and council offices like here in Loughborough, cleared to make space for an army of vaccinators.
We're starting with our own volunteers, of which we've got 10,000 volunteers who are already trained in first aid. But this is a new skill, and so we have got new training programmes that have all been approved by the NHS, and our people will be trained in the same way as NHS people. But obviously, to support such a massive vaccination programme, we're going to need more people.
Even if vaccination starts next month, it will make little, if any, impact on the outbreak this side of Christmas. So is the current lockdown starting to deliver? The latest statistics suggest maybe it is. Cases have continued to fall in Northern Ireland and Wales and have started to level off in Scotland. The growth in England's outbreak is also starting to flatten out, but it's a mixed picture. In the northwest of England, though numbers of infections are high, cases are clearly falling. But in London and the southeast of England, numbers are on the rise. The infection rate in and around Faversham in Kent is now the second highest in the country. The council leader hopes the surge in infections occurred while the borough was still in Tier 1 before lockdown 2 weeks ago.
On Monday, I was comforting myself that we were actually getting to the point that we were levelling off here. And then 2 or 3 days later, we have this massive increase, which is really very hard to understand.
By next week, trends in infections and hospitalisations will likely confirm the impact lockdown is having and give us the first hint as to what the run-up to Christmas might look like.